Well, actually, for a good soil, it it, it could be those who has not too much of glade, that have a very good internal drainage, and they have sand, more like in a 20%, a 20% of glade, and limits as a 30%. This is going to be a very good soil, and but the crop as well can be adapted to many different kind of soils. From those who are very good, talking about in the nutrient area, and those who has less nutrients. But if you have a soil with a high level of organic material, this is going to be a very good one as well.
Okay. Also, we know that the the day that in which we plant our crop is very important, because we have to sell it, or we have to send it to the market, right? So what are the best seasons to plant bean here in Honduras?
Okay, we have not season, but two times. One or two times to plant our crops. One that starts in May, June, and the another that starts in August. So we recommend to plant this in those months, about August, about September or October, because the rain season is going to be less on that crop. So beans doesn't need about 500 or 600 millimeters of rain. So if you plant it on May, it's going to be a lot of rain, and the crop is not going to be developed in a good way.
Okay. Talking about the density of planting of this crop, how many plants can we have in like hectare to have a good production, right? Not too much, not too like too much plants in too less in an area.
Okay. Well, our recommendation is about 200 200,000 plants for a hectare, but you can go to 2,000 to 220,000 plants for a hectare.
Okay. We know that the soil doesn't have always the necessary nutrients for our plant. What are the most required nutrients for this plant?
Well, actually, bean is very demanding on nitrogen and potassium. Phosphorus is not too much, but this first two is very demanding. So you have to be very careful applying those in the specific times when the plant is requiring this.
Okay. We know that having a good weed control is very important also for us. I know that we have to control the weeds in our crop, since we prepare the soil, right? We have different like technologies and management for this weed. What are the most efficient or most used weed control or techniques that we use to control the weeds that we have in our crop?
Well, as you already said, we have different ways to control these weeds, but the most used is a chemical. very efficient, less time. You see the results, and I mean for too much 8 days, and you have a lot of chemics, molecules that you can use. So I would say that this is the most efficient chemical.
Okay. We always have to control the diseases that affect our crop. What can you give me some of the most important diseases that can affect or can attack our crop during its like life?
Okay. We have different. We have virus. We have bacteria. We have fungus. But one of the most important is VMC, that we all commonly we call it this mosaic viruses, and golden mosaic viruses is one of the most important. Then you have anthracnosis, and we have as well Cercospora. And this is gonna be one of the most important diseases, but actually we have the damage of insects. So there is a whole package, even on the foliar part and the ground part. You have to be very prepared for that. We have trips. We have talking about insects, trips. We have Bemisia tavasi. We have well, I forgot that name. We call it squirrel, green squirrel, and well, another some worms as well, and those are the most important.
Okay. That because you mentioned the insects in our plant. You mentioned trips and all that. We have to control them, right? So we have like biological control, chemical control, right? To control these insects. Where do we can find this kind of insects, like the fruits, the leaves? What can affect in a bigger way our crop?
Okay, one of the most important is this green turtle, and they really like the leaf of the beans. So you're gonna find it. There. As well, Bemisia tavasi, as well, trips. These little red spiders as well. You're gonna find it on the leaf. Then when you have the fruit, these veins, you have to be worried about these worms. So you're gonna have many different pests on the different part of the plant as well.
Okay. After we have after we have to after planting and all that things, we have to harvest our bean. What are the how many times do we have to wait since we plant our seed to harvest it?
Okay. A time during all the cycle of the plants.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have different varieties. One of the most common varieties, their entire cycle of life is about 85 to 90 days. So in mostly in 90 days you're gonna be ready to harvest your crop.
Okay, after harvesting our bean, we have to like prepare it to sell it, right? What do we have to do after harvesting our bean?
Okay, after you do the harvest, it's very recommended to control your percentage of water inside the seed, and you have to expose your beans or your crop, your fruit, sorry, to the sunshine. If you want to do it in a natural way to reduce the percentage of water inside the seed, and you can do it as well by machines, with wind and with hot.
Okay.
So then you have to clean it, you have to classify them by size, take out all the little ones and take out all the damages, and then you have to control the pests that comes from the field, and they're gonna be a problem when you store it, your crop. So you have to control your pests, and then you have to put it in boxes, about how many, a million seeds per box, something like that. And well, you are ready to do it.
Okay. With this, we are concluding our interview. Let me tell you that the engineer is a person that is working in this since he graduated here from Zamorano. And with this, we conclude. And thank you.